Greetings everyone, this is Jonathan from Tripleseat, and I'm here to show you the new version 2 if you will, of Tripleseat. So we'll start right at the home page, and what you're going to see is a brand new dashboard and a brand new home page. On this dashboard you're going to see the incoming leads and the event forecast graphs. You can change the time period straight from the page. Where you can see them in the next 7 days, 30 days, 6 months, however you want to see them. You'll also see any new leads come in right here like you typically would, and you will see the new monthly sales goals, which is right here on the right. As we scroll down, you will see all the events that are coming up in the next 7 days. We were able to get this in a much cleaner fashion. With the fonts and the size, being able to get more information in here that's easier to see and read. And then we also have in here the new tasks and any overdue tasks. In the previous version of Tripleseat, this was stacked on top of each other and you had to scroll. Here they're side by side and it's easier to navigate. Another thing you will see that is new is that instead of the tabs being on the top, they are now on the left-hand side, and we ordered them by popularity, calendar being the #1 most popular area of the software, followed by leads and events, tasks, contacts, accounts, and then finally reports. You'll also see up here your support help questions is still right here in the top right. And if you want to create a new lead or a new event, you can be able to see that right here. So just moving from the dashboard to the calendar, when you click on that, what you're going to see is the calendar that you're used to seeing. Right now we're looking at it in the timeline view, but you can also toggle it to the month view if that's the way you like to look at it. What's new here is the filter button. Clicking on the filter is now on the side, so you can filter on by statuses, locations, owners, color, advanced filters, or your own custom filters. It used to be on the very top, but now we moved it to the right hand side, and that makes it much easier and cleaner to see all the information that's here. Going to the leads page is what you're used to seeing. We have the not converted here. But you can also flip it to see converted to events, turn downs, and your deleted leads. And again, the filters are here to your right, where you can see you can change the order, the locations, and lead sources. We also added this nifty little action button where if you just want to convert a lead without having to actually click on the lead, you can go ahead and do that. Or if you just want to turn it down, you can go ahead and do that from here too. When you click on the lead itself, you will be able to see when you click on the lead, you'll be able to see the information that's in the lead like you typically would. We have converted this lead button a little bit more obvious to you. You can also see if there's any events happening that particular day in the right hand side like you would before. What's new is this action button where you can turn it down or you can flip it to look at the guest portal if you like. We have the discussions, tasks, notes, and log all tucked nice and neat underneath the lead itself. So if you want to start a general discussion, you certainly can. You can click in here, type in your discussion, or you can use the email editor like you typically would do it. In this particular case, I'll just kind of run through it. So here's my predefined email. Hit send, off it goes, just like it would before. Now you can see under discussions, there's a little 1 here that shows you that there's a discussion started under this particular tab. Tasks are right here. Before with tasks, you would have to go up to the right and hit add task. Now the task is down below, so you don't have to move around on everything that's there. Same with notes. Notes is right here. If you want to add a note, just go ahead and do that. And then the log button is here, and it'll show you all the information that's going on before the log button, or the history button, if you will, was below, and it was inconvenient in where its old location was. Now it's tucked nice and neat right into the to the tabs below the event itself. So if we go to the events tab, again, you'll see all the events right here. There's the filter, the new filter, which is right here. And again, you can filter this information. Let's say you want to do it by tentative, location, what rooms, what have you. You'll notice here, it's very subtle, but it's here, that the filter button will kind of flash on and off, and that's to alert you that there's a filter on. On the older version of Tripleseat, sometimes you didn't see your information because the filter was on and you weren't aware of it. Now, if you don't see your information, the filter button is going to flash back and forth like it's doing right now to alert you that there's a filter on, and that's why you're only seeing a certain amount of information versus all the information that you might expect. If you look at the events itself, you can see that the booking's right here, and then the details of the booking is now below it. And it's part of these tabs. Again, this is the idea of keeping everything nice and tight and condensed. So all the detail information is right here, where previously it was all one long page. Documents, again, it has a little number here to let you know that there's been documents created underneath this particular event. And you can see all the documents like you typically would right here. You have your edit button that's right here. What's new is this action button. If you click on the action button, this is where the unshare is, comments to staff, guest portal, the copy button, and the delete button is. Previously, it was right here on the right-hand side, and right now it's under this action, this kind of wheel right here, and that's where you'll find all that information. Same with discussions, as like in Leeds, you're going to find a little one if there's a discussion starting going underneath this particular event. Same with tasks, notes, and then payments. Again, it will show you if there's any payments out there. I'll give you a little number 2. Payments works the same way as it's always worked, and you just click the little gear button, and that's where you can see request for payments, the pay button, and the edit button too. And then finally, there's the log, which is showing you all the history of this particular event. If we click on tasks, what we're going to see with tasks is, again, this button right here is showing you all the outstanding and overdue. If there's a filter on, which is right here, it would be going back and forth to let you know there's a filter on. So we separated outstanding tasks and overdue tasks from each other, so it's easy to see the differences between what's outstanding and what's overdue. If we go on to contact, we rechanged the contact page, so instead of just listing all the names, it looks like little business cards. It'll pull in your contacts' information and their picture from their social profile that it gets from its email, and that'll show right here. It's nice and neat, easy to see, easy to read. All the information is right there in front of you. If you click on the contact, you'll see all the contact details like you typically would. And again, there's the tabs where we tucked everything in nice and neat and tight. Before, it was a long time to scroll and move back and forth. Here it's all in one place. So you can see the number 3 with events, and it's showing you that he's done 3 events. Any tasks that are there, notes on this particular contact would be here, and then of course the log, which is the history of this particular contact. Accounts looks very similar to the old account page. We kept it as a listing. There's your search, your filters. If you want to create a new account, it's right here. And if you click on the account, again, we condensed it so you see all the account details, and then the events prior to this. The events were all listing down, and then the contacts were down further on the page. Now the contacts are up here, and you can see all the contacts, the notes, the tasks, and again the log. So this little area is what's new, and it prevents you from having to scroll up and down and all over the place. It's nice, compact, and easy to see and read. And finally, with reports, reports again is set up the same way as the old Tripleseat. But what's nice about the reports here is that you can, depending on the size of your screen, you can see the whole entire report without necessarily having to scroll right or left. And that's a little trick of the redesign, which is we built it with the ability that the screen will automatically adjust its size, kind of depending on the size of the screen. So if you're using a large screen, the whole thing will show. If you're using a very small screen, like let's say your iPhone, the screen size itself will adjust to that. Previously in Tripleseat, it was in a box, and that box stayed the same size no matter what size screen you were using. Now the screen is going to automatically adjust to what you're using. So it doesn't matter if you're using a little bitty iPhone screen or if you're using a huge monitor. The screen will adjust itself depending on what you're using. And what that means as far as an iPhone is concerned is that you can use everything that we showed you here on your phone. You can convert a lead, you can edit a lead, you can create an event order, you can pretty much do anything I just showed you on your phone easily and simply without having to do anything, versus an iPhone app which would just give you information but not allow you to do anything. Us having optimized the Tripleseat for the iPhone allows you to use Tripleseat on your phone like you typically would if you were using it on your laptop or on a browser on your desk. So that is a quick view of the new redesign that is going to be coming out very soon. I would say probably in early September is when we're going to roll this out. We're doing beta testing right now, and it's all going very well. We just got a few more weeks to go on the testing, and then we're ready to release it. Thank you for watching the video, and thank you for using Tripleseat.